Hey everybody, welcome back. So, we just finished the first scenario of the Lost City of Z campaign, The Arrival, and we managed to survive that one. So, we can go to the next one. But that's not going to happen immediately. I'm going to do some other stuff before I film my second playthrough of the next scenario. So, we need to save the game, and I thought, hey, why not make a video where I show you how to save this game, even though it is pretty simple to do. So, normally you can choose how to do this. You have this book that we just got in the last episode where we have the save sheets. So you could, for each scenario, you can write it down. You have enough space after each scenario to do so. Or you can just go on the website of Portal Games and download this piece of PDF file and print it out, which is a little bit more bigger to write on. So what we'll do is we're going to save the game. I have the rulebook next to me so I don't forget anything. And yeah, that's how it will go. So first, if the scenario should have been a failure, then we had to restart the campaign, or we had to restart from the previous save point. So that's what you do if you don't succeed. If you do succeed, as we did, then we go through some steps. So first of all, if there is a hunting deck, and there is, well, that might have only beasts or also the cultists in there. Well, they just go back to the supply. So you shuffle them back for the next game. So let's see for fun. Oh, we had a boa on the top, which is not the biggest or most dangerous animal, but there was a puma in there as well. The easiest ones, the birds, were there as well, but also a very nasty alligator. So it was a mix of dangerous and less dangerous animals. So that goes back to where it is for next time we start from zero again. If we would continue playing, morale would go back to zero. So you don't keep your morale, which is now at the highest level, but we start at zero again next time. All tokens and markers that are on island tiles, they go away. So these markers here that we had, they go away. They're gone. Also, if there were markers on action spaces, they would go as well. I don't think I had any. Then we just gather all the tiles from the island. So all the island tiles are gathered and they are shuffled back. So also these tiles, they are gone again. We will have a complete new part of the island probably next time we will play. All the discovery tokens that we didn't use or that we still have, they go back to the supply as well. So that means those two that we have here, they will go back. We don't keep them for the next scenario. If we had any special wound tokens like this still on our character, then we would also remove this. But we didn't have any, but normally you would do that if you had. Any leftover event cards, we only have one left. They go back in the box probably if you won the scenario, because you're not going to play with the number 1 cards. If I'm failing to zoom in. Yeah, so these won't be used. If you have to restart this scenario, you shuffle them back into a new event draw pile. But these go away, go back to the box, because we need other cards for the next scenario. And everything else we get to keep, and that brings us to our save sheet. So where we are going to write down everything that we have. Now I'm going to try to do this because I have a camera in front of me and a microphone, and I need to be able to write. So first we can write down the members of our team. I'm playing solo, so I'm player number 1. The members of our expedition, I guess you just write down which one you were using. So I was the writer. You could write your name next to it so you remember which one you were. You also write down how many health you had left. So I'm at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 health left. and how much sanity I had left. I was down to 2. That's not the best thing to have. So also tokens. So we write down how many tokens we have. We still had 4 determination tokens, and you can write it down however you wish. So I'm going to write 4 determination tokens, and I had also a delusion token, which is the same abbreviation, so let's call it delusion. And this might be written completely incorrectly. Maybe a double L, I don't know. Anyway, next to there we can write down if we had any condition cards. Those were these cards here. We didn't get any, so that's pretty cool. So we don't have any, so let's just write it like this. And if you had more players, you would do this for each player. Then we have the NPCs. So normally now you could write down every NPC separately with their name or their profession and how many sanity they still have left. Now the cool thing is, because we did so well in this previous scenario, we got to heal all of their sanity. So instead of doing that, I'm just going to write it down all at max. So a lot easier to remember. Of course, in the future, this probably will be a different story. Next, we have equipment, and equipment can be a couple of things. It can be items that we have, and it can be the equipment that we got from the ship. So, for example, we did get canned food, and we still have 6 uses on it. So we didn't use it yet. We just built the cart to bring the canned food with us. We also got the belts with us. And I'm going to write down that this has been NB not built yet. So it's not built. We do have the invention, but it hasn't been built yet. We also have the raft, also not built. And we also did get the fire, and that one was built. I'm going to write it down like this. You can do it however you want, but that's how it is. Now, cool thing is we keep our stock, so we lose the discovery tokens, but we can keep our wood, and we have 3 wood left. We didn't have any bananas left because, well, they go bad. So I don't know how you could keep bananas. Maybe if you have there are probably some items that do, but there are 0 left. We don't have any hide, sadly enough, and we do have 1 stone. Now, maybe the food means a sandwich, so I'm going to write down 1. So that was the sandwich that we got. So next time we start with a sandwich. Write down sandwich. Okay, now traps. Which one did we learn? We only learned the fish trap, so we still don't know how to trap parrots. So sadly enough, we do have a shelter which doesn't have a level. We don't have a roof yet, and we have a palisade of level 1. Not the greatest. And then we look at our weapon levels. Our normal weapon level ends at 1, and our special magical mystic weapon level is at 1 as well. Okay, cards, treasures, and scrolls. We didn't get any treasures. We didn't get any scrolls. So sadly enough, we're not keeping those. We're not having those, so nothing there. And then we go to the starting items. Well, we started with the hammer and nails, but we used all of them. So sadly enough, that's done. So we only have the pipe and tobacco. And we have 2 counters on it left, and that's it. So that's the saved. I saved everything that I get to keep for next time. And yeah, I hope to film this anywhere in the near-ish future. If I do, well, then you will see this arrive. Now I'm going to write one thing down here that is not on here, because I don't think this is made for the solo play. But if you play solo or 2 players, you get a local guide. And the local guide, I don't think he heals in between games. I'm pretty sure he doesn't even. So I'm going to write down local guide full health. So he is at full health. So next time he gets to start at maximum health again. And that's it, folks. So I'm going to put everything back in the box. And next time I just take my save sheet and can start the next scenario. And I hope if I do that you'll be here as well. Thanks for watching and see you soon. Bye bye.